here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even. The yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about that for setting the tone early if you're the defense? First play of the game, they go pass, and you punish the quarterback. That sends a message loud and clear. You're going to be here all day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Right back to the well. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Here's Moore to throw. Rushes on him, and it's a sack.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. Fourth down, Moore. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. The Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Just a short pass to the tight end. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quick handoff. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
He's got it on the right. Nice move there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. He might want another play. More play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Looking for the score. Got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Moore. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Moore to the air. Fires quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. In the gun on third down. Moore. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down.
Man, those are bad.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Gain of about 4 sets up a second. 4-yard completion on first down. Now it's 2nd and 6. Going with the counter play here. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curved. The aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
He caught it. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Davison. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Hall. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass. It's Levin. Got the quick pass. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fighting off the defender. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Oh, look out! Touchdown, LSU! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dante Moore. Here's the pressure. And down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes the grab. It's tied. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Complete. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air.
He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it inside the 15. And he scores! Touchdown, Ducks!
And I don't think you can out-throw this guy. I mean, just throw it as deep as you possibly can, Palmer. I don't think you have the arm for this guy because that dude can fly. Just throw it up down the field like he does right there, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have to overthink it, right, David? Just let your fastest guy run in a straight line, run by everybody, and make a big play down the field. That was just an easy fly route for the fastest player on the field, and then he makes the defense pay.
Coming out with it, it's Hall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense that time. One of the best things you can do against a team trying to run option is get penetration. Because when you get penetration on the quarterback, you disrupt the relationship between him and the pitch guy. And you saw it happen that time. The pitch guy ends up getting it, but everything's discombobulated. He's way behind the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go, and it's a big negative play.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. Makes the catch, and he's free. The 20. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Pulls it in, it's Harris. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. Caught. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
Now, I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man. He gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bear. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The run inside. It's Griffin. Across the 25. He's got room. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Ducks in the hurry up. That's reeled in. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Runs through a tackle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to keep the drive alive. At the 45 on his way. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Just had to pick up a few inches on the play, and they do it on 4th down.
I mean, literally, fall forward. That's all you have to do is just give me a little bit of space where I can fall forward and you can push him forward. I like it going forward on 4th down most of the time anyways, but definitely on 4th and inches.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pressure coming. And they got it.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Throwing more. Oh, they're after him. Buying some time. On the run, still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. 4th down, Moore. Looking to take a shot. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Levin. That's caught, it's Thomas. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Berry.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's Moore to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making checks. Moore will throw. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money. And
deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. How about that shot into the end zone? And he makes the grab for the score.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is. And in the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they were able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Runs through a man. He might have space. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn. He's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
Snags it, and he's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? That the quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Baird. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Under fire. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Sets up the screen. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. More to throw for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. That is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Moore. With the catch, it's Griffin. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the...
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. 4th down, Moore. And he is stopped short. The defense gets it done on 4th down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Knocked off his feet.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Hey, man, you got to love the...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking for a deep man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line. You got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open to try to make plays in the passing game.
The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After after the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that second and long play, so you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat, and that helped lead to that successful play.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Throws to the tight end. He's got him wide open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Dante Moore. Release to the back. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the 4th. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Discards him with the stiff arm. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And his throw is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Running inside. It's Durham. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Open space at the 25. Racing down the left side. Hangs it in. Touchdown, LSU. Oh, man, the defense just turned this game upside down. Score.
Dude, just take matters into your own hands. Like, I'll take care of this. I'm not even going to take this. I'm going to score points. I'm going to try to go ahead and ice this game away. Defense is still going to have to come back on the field, but unbelievable job just taking matters into its own hands.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Ducks are threatening in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Hey, getting down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. They'll run it. It's Davison. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And he hadn't had a big day on the ground, but that was a carry they needed for this offense. They needed to extend this drive. Nice job on 3rd down, executing, running the football. Now they got to go a little bit faster, get down this field, and get a score on the board.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete to the right. He's got enough for the 1st down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Delivers the stiff arm. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you have...
Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. Give! Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Oregon! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him, break tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking, because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quick strike complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved?
Going long. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Defense not showing press coverage. Wants to throw on first down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Past the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Levin. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Glad to have you with us from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. The postseason rolls on today with the Cure Bowl. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we are looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The run inside. It's Davison. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Throwing more. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Ducks line it up with a first and goal. In the red area, it's Davison. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here's more to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time, trust your read, and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And I don't think people realize how fast windows close in sports, man. Like, it happens so fast. It looked like the QB thought he had some space, was going to go get the first down, but you got to love the speed of the defense, corralling him quickly and stopping him short of the first down.
Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Caught, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Reed. The sure hands. It's Craver. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Rushes on him. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Pocket breaking down. He's on the move. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target, and as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Shoots it to the left. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll go play action with Moore. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Got it behind the line. It's Davison. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Lost one deep down the right side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. They'll run the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Great job by the back on the option. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Moore. Now improvising. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Davison. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Dante Moore. Caught close to the marker. It's Stewart. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
With the catch, it's Davison. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Moore with the play fake. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Got his man. Jukes his way for more. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 4th-down attempts already. Can they change their luck? He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing more. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running inside, it's Davison. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Here's Reed to throw. Finds his man. It's Owens.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
Working that left side now. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Reed. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Reed to the air again. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. He goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Moore, play action. Oh, they're after him. He's got it. Snap, just steamrolling the defense. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up, making side adjustments here. Off play action on first down. Under fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Here's Moore to throw. Under fire. Find some time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Again, it's Moore. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. 4th down, Moore. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Reed fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Keeps it and gets the first down. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Morrow. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Throwing Reed. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Reed. That pass is incomplete.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half a football basically to play. Do you trust your deep?
Guys, look at this. Surprise, they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires on the move. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point and he was able to come away with the pick.
Into the house! Touchdown, Ducks!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the 2nd half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morrow. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Reed. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. To the air, it's Reed. Got a man, it's Riley. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Here's Reed to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the 1st half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the 2nd half.
Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Moore. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the...
Makes the grab and room to run. Just plowing ahead. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll run it on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Play action with Reed. Bringing the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Dropping back, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Keeps it on the option. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Motion from the wide receiver. 4th down, Reed. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Dante Moore rushes on him. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Stewart. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Moore will throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go Bucks. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
More to the air again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. More to throw for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Oregon! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Throwing Reed. Moving out to the right. That's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To the air. It's Reed. Fires left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On the ground, it's Owens. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quick completion on the out. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. A run inside. It's Morrow. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Reed dances away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. From the gun on third down, Reed. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounced.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores.
Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. We saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Tight end now in motion. Breaks into the open. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Here's Reed to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. They'll run for it. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what we've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop it.
And he tacks on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Reed. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Sends it back in motion. Play fake, Reed. Here's the pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Throwing Reed. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Throwing more. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Makes the catch. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Moore to the air. Here's a heat. Back's got it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he puts through the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Reed. Bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Throwing Raiola. The short hands. It's Hill. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. On the run, it's Owens. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Here's the give off the left side. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.